And then we'll go.
Okay, so I got one thing to talk about with Okay, so there's two parts of this that I want to talk about. First of all, everyone's making August Alsina to be the victim.
No,
He is not a victim in my eyes. Do you believe he's a victim? Because everyone's saying he's a victim.
I
I'm
believe
gonna give my points,
he
by the way.
went. And I remember you were telling me this. I believe he met them through, I don't know, just Hollywood.
Yeah.
Met them at 23, 24.
Mm-hmm.
And he's talked about what he's gone through in his life with past relationships, family,
Mm-hmm.
a whole bunch of
brother
stuff.
passing away and
brother
everything.
passing away, people passing away. And he met them, and, you know, Jada Pinkett's the person that shows like, oh yeah, like, let's sue this, let's heal this, we can talk about it. I can help you get through this journey of yours, through your life, blah, blah, blah. He was vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
I know you're going to say he's like 24, he's a man, blah, blah, blah.
You first.
But you know how vulnerable humans, even adults, I learned that when I grew up. So I used to see a lot of people when I was young, when I was a kid growing up and a teenager, I used to see whoever was older, like a tita, uncle, auntie, grandparent, blah, blah, blah. I used to think they're adults. They can do everything. They're sweet.
Their life is perfect.
Everything, not just perfect, but like they're sweet. Like they're grown-ups, you know, they're sweet.
Yeah.
And then you grow up and you see everyone like kind of the vulnerability in so many people with so many things, right?
Yeah.
So you can't say that a 24-year-old is his own man, makes his own decisions, when he went there because he needed help.
Yeah.
And I feel Jada Pinkett took advantage of that. But I honestly believe that because they're not actually, I don't even think it was that they, so I think it's they, I think they're in an open relationship.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Will Smith gets with the girls.
I agree with that. Yeah.
She probably gets with guy whoever.
Yeah.
But probably not to that extent of what Will would. But she had someone talk about it in an open, and they like he fell for her. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
When he was vulnerable, he fell for her when he was vulnerable, and because some people have asked and blah blah blah, and he's lost this, lost that because of it. He's squealed. He's ratted out the open relationship.
Yeah.
So they gone to the red table to try and save face. Like, oh no, we were. Let's say that we were fighting and we were gonna break up, proper separated, this that. But I think they're just trying to save their image, because that's what they did. They went in front of cameras that you could easily go to the kitchen and talk about this shit. Like, oh, you didn't know? They both knew.
No, but it's different though. They're celebrity though. So like, I mean, like,
it's
so
different.
yeah, it's different. It's got to be different, because if you're, let's say, if it happened with you and Chelsea, you and Chelsea could walk to the room and be like, hey, whatever happened. You know, you guys can hash it out, talk about it. No one's there. No one's judging you. Everyone's judging them, even if they said like no comment. Everyone's judging it. Everyone's talking about it. I mean, straight away when I heard, I'm like, this guy's talking crap because he fell off and he just wants his name to be back in the public. Yeah. So my whole point with this, I got two things. I got so much.
But I think they love that attention anyway, because they're celebrities. You got to be a bit.
Yeah. I mean, her coming back out to the red table, 100%. Like you want some type of attention with this, because you're talking about your relationship with Will Smith, and everyone's tuning into the red table because they want to hear about that. You bring your kids on it. I mean, 100%. Or you're bringing Jaden and Willow and your mom. Everything's personal, so everything leads back to Will Smith. Yeah. They even talked about Will Smith's not a strange kid, like the first child.
I remember. I've seen that.
Yeah. And like, you know, I did feel that. Anyway, sorry. I want to get back to August for once again. The reason why I 100% disagree with you, the whole vulnerability thing. All right, one, yes, I get it. 23, 24, and mental health problem is a serious problem, but at the same time, bro, he is a 23-year-old R&B singer who at that point in time was really big.
Yep.
You know, the things that happened in his life, that happened a lot of years beforehand. Don't get me wrong, people don't forget. You carry any emotional trauma that you've had in the past? I get that part. But bro, this guy grew up on R&B and hip-hop. Mm-hmm. You met a woman that could be in an open relationship. Let's just call it what it is. Like, let's just call it, for example, for argument's sake, open relationship. You're talking to a girl that is best friends with was best friends with Tupac. Like, you're not saying that you'd be interested in this conversation. She is a Hollywood powerhouse because she knows all of these OGs. She was close friends with LL Cool J, if you didn't know as well. She knows Will Smith. So, I mean, she's with Will Smith, so she's met so many different celebrities. That's a lot of different stories. Don't tell me if you were like, don't tell me if you met any woman, if you slept with them, you're not going to ask, so what was Tupac like? You're going to ask that question. I don't care.
For sure.
If you're a Tupac fan, especially.
For sure.
Which everybody who listens to hip hop loves Tupac.
For sure.
Even if you're not like a massive fan of him, you love Tupac.
100%.
You're gonna ask those questions. 100% he was like that. And the last part with him that I'm like, I don't feel like he's vulnerable. Both sides, no matter what you think of both of them, both sides were like, she helped me, and he was there for me as well. So they had a special connection because they both admitted that. But you snitched.
You snitched
on a person 4 years after. It wasn't like they had a horrible. They had a horrible ending.
Yeah.
You had a horrible ending.
I don't know why you brought that up. Like, I know he's got an album coming out now.
Yeah. See, like, I mean,
for sure. But then at the same time, I still think. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I just think he's a snitch. Like, literally.
I think he is too.
I mean, saying that.
That's like those kids in high school that dob on the teachers that they got with. Why don't you just give that to yourself?
Yeah, 100%. I don't know why he did that. Like when he was telling like, Will Smith gave me permission. Like, why are you saying this stuff? I'm like, they let you come to the Bahamas with them.